Welcome back to my channel. I am Dolly with the Traveling Talls, and in today's video we are packing to get ready for a cruise, and we're going to go over 40 cruise essential items that is going to keep you organized. It's going to avoid all the extra spending on board, and you're going to be ready for your vacation. So if you are ready to cruise smarter and not harder, then stay tuned. Whenever I am packing all my essentials for a cruise, I like to put it all in one place, and that is one of my packing cubes. You know, for sure, always keeps me organized. I also have other ones, different colors that I put my clothes, that also keeps me organized. So I'm just going to put everything in here, and then when I'm done, I'm going to put it in my backpack. A lot of these items, the cruise essential items that I'm going to pack, is great to have for your embarkation day. It's best to keep it on you, just like your medications, your charger, those type of things. Okay. First things first is a non-surge protector. You're going to use this because the older ships do not have enough outlets. So if you have multiple electronics, multiple people, you want to make sure you bring one with multiple outlets so that, you know, y'all not fighting to charge your electronics. The next item I have is a lanyard. This is to hold your sign and sail card, is what you're going to use to make onboard purchases when you're on a cruise. So you want to make sure that you have one so that you're not worried about losing it. You're going to need it to get into your cabins as well. So keep it close to you. Get your lanyard. Your next cruise essential are your sunglasses. I have a case because I like to bring multiples with me. This one here can hold up to 6 cases, and it's a hard case too, so you don't have to worry about any damages. Now, it is a little bit bulky, so it's going to take some space. This right here is going to go into my luggage so that I don't have to, worry about taking up space in my bag. Sometimes if I don't want to take my case, I want to preserve some space, I also put them in a Ziploc bag. I don't put my expensive ones in here. I'll also put it in a Ziploc bag and have it folded so that I can put it in my bag. The next cruise essential are your seasickness pills. I don't use the pills. I like to use the patches, but you want to make sure you bring something just in case. You just never know. The next cruise essential are your sunscreens. I like to bring the spray as well as the lotion. I also have one that is, chocolate girl friendly, just so it doesn't leave the residue on my face. Also, you want to make sure you don't forget your aloe gel, just in case you are experiencing any burns. It cools the skin down, and you can keep it in the little mini fridge that they have in your cabins if you have one. Now, the next items that I'm going to pack are all of my documents. This is going to include your boarding pass, your birth certificate, your passport, all of that. I like to store them in this document file. It's plastic. I got this at the Dollar Tree. I'm able to put all my documents in here, and I will put this in my bag, which I'm going to carry on with me. I also like to carry cash. You want to make sure you carry cash with you as well. I like to put them in an envelope to separate them so that I am kept on budget, I am organized, and I will put them in the safe. I'm able to fold it so I don't have to worry about, damaging it or anything. So definitely get you one of these. The next cruise essential is a medicine case. So this one here, I got this off of Amazon. You are able to separate your pills. Now, this is not prescription pills. These are the ones that you use for headaches and upset stomach, those type of pills that you can separate them. Normally, what I do is I will take my pills and I will put them in a first aid kit, which you also need. It's so not only is my band-aids or anything for first aid, but I'll also put in my pills. This is my travel pills that I would put in there along with my seasickness patches. Anything else, I don't normally need to take too many pills with me. The next item I'm going to pack is a hat. Bring yourself a sun hat or a cap, anything that is going to protect your face from direct sun. A great hack is to pack your belongings around the hat, and you will put it upside down. The trick is to put, a sweater or socks, your underwears. You want to put that inside so that you can keep the shape so that you don't have to worry about bending or anything. This works every time. So you don't have to leave your nice hat at home. The next cruise essential item is a hair bonnet. If you don't wear hair bonnets, then consider getting a pillowcase, the silk pillowcase. This will also protect your hair from, drying out and messing up. I got this out of the Dollar Tree. So, it's okay if I happen to forget it when I leave, but get yourself one of these. They fold and they fit right into your bag. The next cruise essential item is a light jacket or a light sweater or a shawl. It is cold out on the decks at night. It's cold in the ship in general. So if you're like me and you get cold, pack yourself a sweater. My next cruise essential item is a waterproof fanny pack. Now this is perfect for when you're out in the water to protect your phone, protect your money. You can wear this around your waist, or you can have it over your shoulders. There is extra protection. It is like a Ziploc feature. I don't even know if that's the right word, but it's big enough space. I wouldn't pack it up with anything. You don't want to tear it, but it's very thick material, and it has 3 layers of this locking feature. So you would lock it up as so, and then you would fold it down, and you would go ahead and you would secure it shut, and you're able to fold it, put it right in your bag. The next item you want to make sure you bring is a camera. If you're going to use your phone, you want to make sure you have enough storage. You're going to create all kinds of memories, so you want to make sure you have enough space in your camera. Your next cruise essential is your formal wear. Now, Carnival Cruise has theme nights, and one of them include formal nights. So you want to make sure you pack something nice. You do not have to go all out. I normally don't. I just pack a simple, nice dress that makes me look nice. And, that's it. Your next cruise essential item is your beach bag. I have this beach bag. I got this off of Amazon. It is durable. Listen, I had her for a while now. I can fold her. She's thick. She has the mesh material, so no sand is going to enter the ship. It has plenty of pockets. I also have my hat clip attached to it, so I can attach my hats to it. Multiple usage, and she folds right up. She's real durable. I had her for a while now, and she's not going anywhere, so I will fold her right into my bag. The next cruise essential item is water shoes. You want to make sure you bring water shoes with you, especially if you have any excursions. I would still bring them if you are going to go out into the beaches. A lot of times the beaches are hard to walk on, or they're really hot. So you want to get the ones that has like the nice, thick soles on the bottom. I don't like to just put this in my bag. I would add a shower cap, which is another essential item to bring. And I would have it covered up and put it in my suitcase so that it is not touching anything else in my bag. So I'll have it covered and it'll be just like this. The next cruise essential items are your swimsuit cover-ups. Majority of the time, you may just want to be, in your swimsuit. So just bring yourself a nice little cover up. If you decide you want to go get something to eat afterwards, you may need to, just cover up a little bit, but don't forget that. The next cruise essential item that you want to pack is a Downy wrinkle release. Now, if you're going to have some outfits that has some wrinkles, you want to bring this spray with you because we can't bring irons or steamers in your luggage. It is a prohibited item. So get yourself the spray. Normally, as soon as I get into my cabin, I like to unpack so that nothing is wrinkled and I can enjoy my time. Next cruise essential item is a power bank. Now, these are perfect for embarkation day. For some odd reason, my phone dies by the time I get to my cabin. This is also perfect for those port days. So, you want to make sure that your electronics, they stay charged. The next cruise essential item are your swimsuits. You want to make sure you pack enough swimsuits. If you plan on, going out to the water, if you want to be cute with your swimsuit, just make sure you pack enough. I like to pack a swimsuit per day. So that's your swimsuits. The next cruise essential items are for my soda drinkers, my juice drinkers. Bring yourself a pack of sodas, of the ones that you drink. You want to make sure they're in cans. You can bring them in a pack of 12. You do have to carry it on with you. There are other forms of drinks that you can bring. You just have to check the Carnival Cruise website. I love to bring the flavor packets. Those, you can stick them right in your bag, come in handy with different flavors. You just add them to your water when you're out there, add it to your tumbler. So definitely consider doing that. The next cruise essential item is your towel clips. Now, I have these multi-use clips that I found at the Dollar Tree, and they are wide enough to clip onto, that chair to hold your towels in place. It gets very windy up out in the deck, so, consider bringing one. Also, if you have your clothes out on the balcony, this is great use to clip it on. It's very sturdy. I also have these bands that I purchased on Amazon, so it is, it's real stretchable. If that's a word. It can stretch. It comes in multiple colors in a whole bag here. I've used this as well, and it does the job. So I do pack this with me. The next cruise essential item is the hamper. I like to bring, hit me in my face. I like to bring, my next cruise essential item is the laundry hamper. So it folds. I got this at Walmart. It opens up. It's a good size. It keeps the dirty clothes, off the floors. People don't need to see that. So you can put this in your closet, put it away, and keep all the soiled clothes in one area. I'm going to pack this in my bag. My next cruise essential item is a plastic bag. Now, this bag is great for your soiled clothes as well when you're out in the ports, and maybe if you had like some kind of excursion. You can also put your beach toys in here when you're going out to the beach. There's multiple things you can use this for. You can also put your water shoes in here if they're soiled and then you don't want to touch it with other things in your beach bag. So definitely get you one of these. My next cruise essential item is the poopery spray. The bathrooms are small, so just spray a couple times into the toilet before each use so that, you just keep the secrets in one place. The next cruise essential item is a reusable straw. I have these. It comes in a pack of 4 different colors. They have the cleaning straw inside of them. They have the clip so you can clip it onto your lanyard or your beach bag. It's definitely worth getting. The straws that they have on the ship is the paper straw, that candy straw. And, you may not be a fan of that. So get yourself one of these and make sure you pull out the little cleaning brush before you use it. The next cruise essential item are your Lysol sprays. You want to get your cleaning stuff, your antibacterial. I like to use the Lysol spray. As soon as I get into the cabin, I'm spraying down the phones, the handles. I'm spraying down everything. Okay. I also have the to-go wipes. I like to wipe down the counters, not just one day, but I like to do it every day, including the bathroom. I like to just wipe everything down just to get that extra clean. The next cruise essential item is hand soap. Now, most of these ships don't have hand soaps. I don't know why, but I like to bring my own hand soap instead of using those facial bars that they have. Normally, I don't always buy a brand new hand bottle soap. I will use one of my travel bottles that I have, and I would use one of the refillable soaps that I have in my house. I would fill it up and just use that. I save money that way, and it just works great every time. I also like to bring hand sanitizers as well as the hand wipe, just to keep your hands clean. We're not trying to get sick. The next cruise essential item is a backpack. I have my tried and true backpack I always take with me. I use this as my carry-on bag, and this is where I would put all of my essentials in this bag, as well as all my documents. It just goes right in with everything that I need. And while I'm on the ship, I have everything with me. I will also add an extra outfit in here just in case I don't have access to my cabin and it's dinner time, or I just want to freshen up. If, a bag is just too heavy for you, get yourself, one of the carry-on luggages so that you don't have to worry about toting everything. You can even place your canned sodas on them so that, you'll have them with you, but just make sure you have something with you. My next item that I always make sure I pack, which I do tend to forget, and that's when people are spending money, is just a charger. You want to make sure you bring your phone charger or your laptop charger. The next cruise essential item is a portable fan. Get yourself a portable fan, not just any fan, but get one with the cooling feature. I just got this one. It is absolutely amazing. It works for hours at a time. It does have a little weight to it. I can tell you that now, but the cooling feature, it doesn't matter where you are, you're going to feel like that cool. A lot of times when you have a fan blowing, it's just blowing that hot air around. But this baby here, it stays cool. I will definitely put this in the link below. Another cruise essential item, you want to make sure you pack your toiletry bag. Now, something to keep you organized, something that you can hang in the room, so it's not going to take up too much space. This absolutely perfect. Now, it has hooks, so there's different areas where you can open up, and it keeps going. Plenty of space here. You cannot beat this. And this, I am going to pack this in my luggage because it's going to take too much space. But if you have like a smaller toiletry bag, you can add it into your carry-on bag. Normally, I will probably take this and put it in my carry-on bag as well as my beach bag. So any toiletries like my deodorants or whatever that I need to make sure that if I need to reapply, will go in here. The next cruise essential item is a tumbler or a water bottle. You want to make sure you get you something that can hold temperatures. You can also bring a reusable coffee mug if you're a tea or coffee drinker. A great hack is to get yourself a sponge and cut it up into small pieces. You want to pump some of the soap onto the sponge and put it in a Ziploc bag. I normally will fold it up. I'll put it in my coffee mug so that when I'm ready to use it, I'll know exactly where my sponges are. I leave it in the bathroom. I rinse my cup. I like to do that. It's a little extra, but I like to make sure my cups are clean and that I'm not tasting any residue from the day before. Now I got my bags packed, and there are some items you want to make sure that you are not packing in your bag. So in my next video here, I'm going to tell you everything that you should not be packing to make sure that you're able to actually get on the ship. I'll meet you there.